Your skin is designed to protect you. For him, it became a life sentence. Imagine waking up and feeling your skin hardening. Not just a callus, but a thick, gray crust that grows every single day. Your fingers slowly fuse together into heavy wooden branches. You can't touch your face. You can't hold your child's hand. You can't even feed yourself. You are becoming a living forest. And once it starts, there is no way to stop it. This isn't a myth from ancient folklore. This isn't a horror movie. This is the daily agony of Epidermodysplasia Verruciformis, the tree man syndrome. Despite how impossible it sounds, this condition is medically real. Today, we open the medical files of Dede Koswara and Abul Bajandar, two men who fought a war against their own DNA, only to find that sometimes nature refuses to be tamed. Stay with us, because this story will change the way you look at your own body forever. It all starts with a simple scratch. For Dede Koswara, it happened when he was just 15 in a small village in Indonesia. A normal teenager would heal in a week, but Dede didn't. He was born with a genetic flaw, a mutation of the EVER1 or EVER2 genes. Most of us carry HPV, the human papillomavirus, and our immune system acts like a strict bouncer at a club, keeping the virus in check. But in Dede's body, the bouncer had a blind spot. The virus walked right in, sat at the controls of his skin cells, and ordered them to print keratin, the same material your nails are made of, non-stop. It was like a biological 3D printer that had lost its off button. Despite the name, this wasn't actual wood. It was layers of virus-driven keratin growing outward, like bark. And once the process began, it never truly stopped. By his 20s, Dede was a prisoner. He lost his job as a builder. Then came the ultimate heartbreak. His wife left him, unable to cope with the burden of his condition. To survive, Dede joined a freak show circus. People paid cents to stare at the tree man. Imagine the psychological toll, choosing between your dignity and your children's hunger. He lived in a world where he was treated more like a botanical specimen than a man with a soul. Every movement was a struggle. Every look from a stranger was a needle in his heart. His body became a cage, and there was no way out. Doctors believed they had won. They were wrong. In 2008, the world finally noticed. American doctor Anthony Gaspari flew to Indonesia. Surgeons removed over 6 kilograms of bark from Dede's body. For the first time in decades, he could see his fingers. He could play Sudoku. He could hold a phone. It felt like a miracle. But miracles in medicine are often just pauses, not endings. The tree man syndrome is a patient ghost. Since the problem was in his DNA, the bark returned. Every few months, it grew back faster, like a tree that had been pruned to stimulate growth. Dede passed away in 2016. He didn't die from the bark itself, but from the utter exhaustion of a body that spent 30 years fighting a war it couldn't win. History repeated itself in 2016 with Abul Bajandar in Bangladesh. This wasn't a coincidence. It was the same disease, rewriting the same ending. Abul was a rickshaw puller who became a national symbol of hope. After 25 surgeries, the media declared him cured. But headlines don't rewrite biology. The bark didn't care about the headlines. The pain became so unbearable that Abul eventually begged doctors to amputate his hands. "I cannot bear the pain anymore," he cried. It raises a chilling question. Is surgery a cure or just a temporary pause in a sentence written by your genes? Terrified of the endless cycle of scalpels and needles, Abul eventually fled the hospital. The disease followed. What can we learn from the men who became trees? Their suffering wasn't in vain. Because of them, scientists are developing gene therapies that might one day teach the immune system to see the invisible enemy. Their lives are a masterclass in human resilience, proof that even when the body builds a cage, the spirit remains human. Most of us will never face this disease, but we all live in bodies that can fail us. Your skin protects you every day. For them, it became the enemy. Which medical mystery haunts you more, the man of stone or the man of tree? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the Medical Files to unlock the next case. Stay curious and stay healthy.